girls, it's Michelle DeGia, your Executive Director. I want to start bringing videos to you each week, and this topic that I want to talk about is goal setting. And in order to have goals, you really have to think about why you're doing 31. For me, whenever I started nearly over 4 years ago, it was because I needed to find something, and I needed to find something quick. We were robbing Peter to pay Paul. Michael didn't have a job, and I didn't have a job, but I had my master's in special education trying to find a job in that field. And it was difficult simply because there were no jobs to be had. Rather than hiring, they were doing a lot of firing of teachers here in North Carolina. I stumbled upon 31 at a mystery hostess party, not knowing what it was beforehand. I actually thought it was some silver engraved things, I don't know, but I immediately fell in love. The special was $1 embroidery, and I don't remember what else, but I couldn't even afford my organizing utility tote that my friend bought for me. Here I am a little over 4 years later, and my why is no longer why I started. It's to get out of our house where we're at right now and to build the dream house that we've always wanted. We already bought land about 2 Octobers ago, but also move forward and build a restaurant that's going to be nonprofit as well as give back to the community. Our why is what drives us. Our why is what makes me put bookings on the calendar. It's what makes me build our team. It's what makes me push forward harder and stronger every day. Most of you know that last month was my highest month to date, and it's something that I've been striving for nearly 4 years. I always looked at everybody else's numbers, but never was quite there. Girls, I know that you guys can do it, but you have to have a why to know what goals you need to set. And let's talk about planning a vacation. Think about it. You guys are going on vacation this summer. Hopefully you are. Some of you are getting ready to go to conference, and it takes planning. You don't just hop in a car and go. Generally that's not the case. You have to plan out your destination. You have to map out how you're going to get there, how much it's going to cost, your room and board. Are you going to cook? Are you going out to eat? Are you bringing your kids? Are you not bringing your kids? Do you have to fly? The same is true for 31. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing. Is it to get out of the house, to bring back some sanity into your life, to have some adult time? Is it to pull in extra $500 a month? Is it to grow into leadership because you want to grow and develop other women? Is it because you absolutely need to make ends meet? There are so many reasons why, but you have to have a why so much bigger than yourself. I want to give you an example of just a small little why. Somebody's trying to pay off their credit card and they need an extra $300 a month, and they can do it within a year. That $300, let's break it down into how many parties, how many recruits, and how much volume they need. At a consultant level, whenever you're making 25%, you're going to need $1,200. And idealistically, 31's going to tell you that it's $600 for every party. Now, I've walked out of $1,200 parties, and I've walked out of $200 parties with the same hostess coaching. So I never rely on just booking the bare minimum of parties. If I want 8 parties on my calendar, I'm going to shoot for 10. So in this example, you're going to need 3 to 4 parties on your calendar because you're going to need to plan. Because what if one cancels? Now in the end, you're saying, well, I can't do that. Well, what if 31 just took off and you were able to go down part-time? What if you were able to start building your team and earn that $1,000 bonus? What if 31 became so much more for you than you realized at the beginning? Now recruiting, Some of you may look at me and go, well, I don't want to recruit. That's really not what I want to do. There's so many reasons why you want to add to your team members, especially every month, and really think about doing that. One, it keeps you fresh as a consultant. It gives you that excitement to learn, to grow. There's so many times where even today I'll go to 31 Today and I'll find new things that I didn't even realize. And every time I get a new consultant who's excited, it gives me the excitement to just want to grow as well and keep doing what I'm doing. With having a new team member, it's very, very important. If you really want one, my goal is always 2 to 3. You really need to be talking to at least 10 people a month. And you say, well, I don't know anybody. Well, guess what? I didn't know anybody when I first started either. But it's just getting in front of more faces at your parties, hostess coaching to get them there. In line at the grocery store, are you carrying your product everywhere you go? Are you passionate about what you do with 31? When somebody asks you, what do? Do you share with them your job, or do you share with them, I'm a consultant with 31? And introduce it that way. There's so many different opportunities out there. The question is, are you open to see them? Now, what I want you to do is think about your why, then break down your goals, and then find somebody that's going to hold you accountable. For me, that's Courtney and Michael who hold me accountable on both ends of the spectrum. They're the ones that push me, they're the ones that keep me going, and they're the ones that say, what do you got working? Find somebody that's going to push you beyond what you think you can do, and watch things happen. I'm here for you. We can schedule a coaching session if you want to talk about goal setting and getting that up and going. But write down your goals, post them somewhere, and make it happen. Thank you, girls.